Avatar: Fire and Ash marks the third film in the Avatar franchise, and continues the trend of James Cameron having not directed a non-Avatar film since Titanic in 1997. I won't sit here and argue that these movies have no cultural impact whatsoever. Avatar is one of the rare films where the world building exceeds the characters. So while Jake Sully should count his lucky stars if anyone remembers his name 5 minutes after the movie is over, we all recognize the world of Pandora. And although I'm not a fan of the Avatar franchise, I am incredibly glad this series exists. I don't appreciate the success of the series in spite of its flaws, but because of them. I'm grateful that this franchise, whose first film installment grossed over $2 billion, centers an immortal monument to the lack of any correlation between financial success and artistic merit. A combined $5 billion answer to the question of, can the value of art be measured by its empirical success? An answer of a resounding no. Movies are not an Olympic sport. Box office admissions are not penalty goals, and the greatest cannot be measured by how many eyeballs observe a movie on the big screen. And above all else, Avatar is resounding proof that seeing is not believing. Observing is not feeling. The first and second Avatar films rank as the first and third highest grossing movies of all time. But while more people have watched those films than have watched There Will Be Blood and Lawrence of Arabia, I would predict that far more people consider those films as amongst their favorites. The technological innovations that Avatar has made in the realms of CGI and motion capture are inarguable, but the way in which such tools are integrated demonstrate a fundamental misunderstanding of the value of cinema as a storytelling medium. It marries cutting-edge technology with uninspired storytelling in a way that undercuts the merit of its own spectacle. The reason we love seeing Tom Cruise perform a halo jump isn't because we can't find impressive practical stunts on the internet or reality TV. It's the seamless combination between practical stunts and narrative storytelling which makes Mission Impossible so valuable. Across all Avatar films, this one included, Cameron fails to elevate the spectacle with narrative storytelling, resulting in an expensive, overlong tech demo. It's a series of films that could easily function as 15-minute shorts, which have been padded out to a 3-hour and 15-minute runtime, for the purpose of extending this franchise's global reach. But even as an overlong tech demo, Fire and Ash fares as the worst of the bunch, if only because it has the least technological developments to share. 2019's Avatar was a touchstone during the revolution of 3D, and The Way of Water leveraged its 13-year break to deliver innovative underwater performance capture and water rendering. In Fire and Ash, Cameron simply plays the greatest hits. The title and the marketing suggest that this movie will do the same for fire as the last film did for water, but there is nothing of the sort here. The fiery Na'vi tribe are incredibly underused, and the lack of any fire-based spectacle considering the title is downright comical, resulting in an installment that is as technologically redundant as it is narratively repetitive, with a bulk of its imagery feeling like downright self-plagiarism. If you took out of context shots from this film and placed them alongside images from The Way of Water, I honestly couldn't distinguish between the two. Like the James Cameron equivalent of The Rock wearing the same shirt in a jungle in every movie. Even those who hate Avatar still attest to its cutting-edge motion capture and visuals, but I suppose I'm the 50 Cent of Avatar haters because I find these movies disappointing even visually. The believability of the visuals in these films are widely inconsistent, with some characters feeling like they could step outside of the screen and others feeling like a PS3 cutscene. The large sizes of the characters are incredibly off-putting, off-putting and their faces exist uncomfortably in the uncanny valley, looking almost humane but not quite. Cameron touts these movies as an example to how much of an actor's nuances you can translate across motion capture. But that's an ineffective argument to make when your lead actor is Sam Worthington, who has the charisma of a wet towel. Perhaps that's why they cast him alongside Jack Champion, the kid playing Spider, because next to that steward of dullness, he's putting on a masterclass. You'll notice I've spent most of this review referring to the franchise as a whole, and that's not an oversight. Cameron has spent the last 16 years of his life making variations of the exact same film, failing to innovate in any significant way. The same that can be said about the first film is almost the same that can be said about the second and third. Now, Avatar is never clumsy and messy enough to be downright painful, but its writing is as lab-grown as its visual, resulting in a flashy but narratively hollow and forgettable experience. And for that, I'm giving this one a 6 out of 10. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for weekly TV and movie reviews. And if you've had the chance to watch Avatar Fire and Ash, let us know what you thought about it in the comments below. I'm Cinemike, and I'll see you next time.